Mm. Swinging. I talk with my hands. So, as you see, the interface is a little bit different. And so basically, that's what we're doing tonight. So instead of going to edit, you're going to go to file, and you want to set this one up the same way. There's your user preferences, and the interface. And again, it's set up.
We only see the classroom.
Oh, that's what I was about to say. Am I tripping? Because I don't see nothing.
I changed it.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
We only
We
see
still
the
in the class.
classroom.
Yeah.
Now, what do you see?
The classroom.
Classroom.
Okay. My bad. I put y'all in the wrong place. So, change windows. And tell you what, I'm just going to do it by screen, and we're going to go screen 1. Okay, you see my blender?
Yes.
Okay. Huh?
I said I do. I was just wondering, so do you want us to just go ahead
I
and
don't see nothing.
undownload the other one?
No. Again,
it?
listen. Listen. Again, I'm going to set up a way to send you all a link, either here on Discord or on or via your inbox, to download both blenders. The folder 1 will have the old Avastar and the blender you need for that Avastar. Avastar 2 folder will have the new Avastar and the blender you need for that Avastar.
Oh, okay, got you. I'm sorry. Thank you.
No, ma'am. I'm giving you exactly what you need. Okay? So, again, the look of this one is different. There's your user preferences. And you want to change your thing again. You want to change your redos again. I had to find them because I don't set mine anymore. $25 pixels. So anyway, go through the menu and you'll find it. Okay? Is all under preferences once again. And this will be the one that we'll be using from now on. So again, under render, you don't have to worry about it. Window, it's gonna work the same way. When we start doing our AO maps, we're gonna use both programs, both blenders, because it's way different in the other blender. Down here, you have all your tools. Remember all the tools that were across the top? You have those tools coming down the side now. Relations, animations, physics, grease pencil. Down here is where you have this menu that's going to change you into like your different views, different types of design elements, design elements, like if you want the UV editor and so forth. Your view, that's still going to run the same. So the great thing about this blender, these come up a lot better, and you're able to just look at the shortcut when you go to use something. I highly suggest you remember shortcuts. Okay, so you can open the tool shelf by hitting T. Your tool shelf is the one that's on the left-hand side. You can open up your property editor by hitting the N and N back, okay? So a lot of these really, they work the same way. They're just in a little bit of different location. When you go to add, you see how it's a little bit different here. Because on the other one, you were adding, I believe it was just add mesh or add whatever, right? So on this one, it is a little bit different. Object mode, remember it was up here. You can tab back and forth from object mode, again, still with the tab button. This right here was up here, remember? And now it's down here. So the interface is a little bit different. One great thing about, yes, sir. Most of them. Most. It should bring it up still. Again, most of them are all the same. So let's add a mesh. I want to show you guys something cool about this one that is really easy to do. So now I have two meshes. On this one, which you can't do to the other one, if you hit M, it's going to allow you to move it to an actual layer. So the one that is dark gray is the layer that you're on. So I can move that now to that layer. And if you look right here, I have two layers. I have one that has the square and I have one that has the cylinder. Pretty cool, right? So you do get to do actual layers. In the other blender, you're
How did
using,
you move it?
how did I move it? I did M, and you select the layer. So I can go back to the second layer, hit M, and move it back to the first layer. Now both of them are back over here. So just the letter M as in Mary will bring this menu up for you, and you select whichever box you want to move it to, which is a layer like in Photoshop or in GIMP. It works the same as those layers, kind of. Okay. Another thing, to navigate, you're going to navigate a little different. So I'm zooming in and out. You can't, okay? So to do that, you're going to use your mouse wheel button to zoom in and out. All right. Now, if you hold shift and roll your mouse button, I'm going up and down. You see that? If you hold control, you're going to go left and right. So which way, which one do I hold if I want to, while rolling your mouse button, which one am I going to hold if I want to go left and right? Control. Up and down?
Shift.
Yes. So that's a little bit different. So there's a few differences, and that's why I'm kind of going through this one with you. So here, you remember the little camera, and we talked about the render and how you don't need it. This is where, when you get ready to bake your maps, this is where it's going to happen, under this little camera logo. Okay? And again, you have this so you can open up different scenes. Here is about your blah, 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 rendering. And I am so sorry. I am so not with it right now. And again, under the scene button, you're going to have everything that deals with the scene, with your scene that you're working on. Everything works pretty much the same. World, same thing. You're going to have everything that's going to work in that world. But these are things that you're really not going to have to worry about to do clothes. Okay? Here, we have the cylinder mark. So say I wanted to scale it, I could scale it with this. See how it's scaling? And I can scale it just on the X, Y, or Z only. Just by clicking, holding, left click, hold, and it's going to go. Now, and you can rotate here, and you can set the location. So if I was to put this at all zeros, it should have moved. You see it move some?
Yeah.
See there? It's going to put you right at the 0 location, which would be right in there. Okay. So that's in your transform. And so you can do different things there to help you also move things around. Here is just your layers again. Okay. Under display. So you really don't need to be in that one yet. That will be when you get way advanced in Blender. So modifiers. Remember we discussed the modifiers. And remember I told you the modifiers are just an action on crack. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So here's your modifier button right here. When you add a modifier, you usually do it in object mode. Okay? And this one we didn't have to worry about here. This is how you add materials. So you know how people bring things in world and you can select face to put a texture on it and you don't have a map with it. So if you hit tab and go into edit mode, right? And A to deselect everything and say I go okay, so say I go in and I'm gonna come down here, and remember I told you you can select a vertice or a edge or the face. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah.
So if I hit C, I'm gonna get that circle. See that circle right there? And push the left click. I should be coloring it. I am not having a good day. Let's see. There we go. Mm-mm. Tab. Edit. Yeah, okay, so it's working. So you see how it grabbed just that one vertice? So we're gonna go and we're gonna do faces. Okay, and I'm gonna do C. And they're not, there we go. What the hell is wrong? That's my computer. Acting stupid. There we go. And see, I've selected those. If I wanted to deselect one while I'm in C, I would just push the mouse button and it's gonna deselect it. Okay. So now that I've done that, I can go over here and I'm gonna do new material. So we don't want to change to diffuse, but we want this, say we make it pink, right? And hit assign. If we go to and hit Z, those should be pink. Actually, no, they're not going to be. There we go. See, it just turned the whole thing pink. And that's how you do your faces. So I always use C. You can use B for box and grab what you want to grab, right? So let's make a new face so we can see the differences. You guys, I am so tired and I apologize. So we're going to make a new one and we're going to leave that one gray, right? So if we go back to C, we can color just those faces And then we're going to come over here, right click to get the little ball, the little circle to disappear so that you come out of that, and hit assign. And now I have two faces. So if I wanted to get it in Second Life, anywhere where it's pink, I could do one color. Anywhere where it's white, I can do another one. This is called assigning materials. So you can utilize that because, like I said, everybody's not going to take this skill and stay enclosed. You might go even further with it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just always good to know. Even if you decided to do text or something like that, you might want to do something fancy with it. So that's how you assign materials. You can also hit the material color and select, and it's only going to select those that are pink, or those and you can deselect them the same way. Okay? Over here, this is your textures. This is where you can add an actual texture. I don't do it to bring into Second Life. I will assign faces and I will make AO maps, but I don't do actual textures. So let's talk about this up here. Up here, remember I called this your layers as well. And it's your layers because you see everything in the scene. So this is your lamp. You have one lamp, and there she is. And it's basically the same thing as in the other one. As you select things, you see there? Now we've selected that cylinder. And it's going to show that we have two materials on it. This is your cylinder. When we open it up, we have two materials. If you look at this one, it shows you right here that there's two materials, whereas on the cube, it shows nothing. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all talk to me, please.
Yes.
Huh? Well, I'm recording the classes from now on as well, because then that way I can put them somewhere where anybody can go back and rewatch them. Mr. Isaiah taught me a lesson. Taught me a lesson that I need not to be lazy. And so again, it shows the exact same things as you've seen in the other blender. Again, when I pick the camera, there's my camera. Here, when I go to render layers, we really don't have anything to render. Here's your scene. Over here, you can also, if you watch this camera right here, and we hit the eye, you see it go away? So just like layers in Photoshop or GIMP, when you hit, I think they both have an eye, it gives you where it shows or does not show. Okay? And I know I'm being repetitive right now, but things are really in a different location. This version does not show what you're doing or what you have selected. So when I hit tab, we don't have the convenience of that little the words across the bottom saying tab means, you know what I mean. Remember I showed you how they had that at the bottom? That it doesn't give us that privilege anymore. So up here you have the amount of vertices that are in this whole scene. So to be the amount between the two of them. You have your faces and you have your tries. So Second Life doesn't take tries, it takes quads. And it converts it into a try type once it takes it in. And then right here, objects, it says 4. And the reason that we have 4 objects, we have a camera, a light, a cylinder, and a cube. Those are our 4 objects. And it tells you right here, lamps 1, and then our camera, which is right there. But right here, your memory is 17.0 memory. And I'm not sure the measurement in how they're determining that. So here are different renders. We always want to use Blender render. Whenever you do anything in Blender, keep it on Blender render until you get way advanced and have a supercomputer. Blender will lag your computer down, either one of them, in the way that you render things. Again, here, this is where you can change your scene. So if you make a scene that you want to add in, this is where you would do it. Right here, this is giving you want to stay on default. Okay? So let's discuss how to bring up a different screen. Say we need a second one. So now I have a second one. It's exactly as the first one. So we're going to go over here to the first one. I'm going to select just the cylinder. When you go and you're going to use your UV editor, you have to come here. You're going to open the second one, and then you can open one of these others here. Your node editor right here, see? And it's all coming up over here on that side. Now you can always move that window to wherever you want it. To close it, grab that arrow, grab the corner, see the arrow? It scoots it back over. So I can also come down here, and we can also see we have a dope editor and that. So let's go back to I can't find it. Well, that's the file browser. Okay. So we're back here. But anyway, so to change this bottom box, you come down here. And same things. You can choose what you want to use. You can choose different layouts. You can make yourself more windows. So say you needed a different, over here, you wanted to have your UVs, and over here, you wanted to have a dope sheet. Now you have a dope sheet on one side, a UV, and then you have your main work area at the top there. To close any of these, you're going to get these three lines in the middle. You're going to shift it over here and up, and it closed the other one. You see how that works? Hello?
Yeah.
Y'all tickle me. So over here, you go back to your 3D view, and that's where you get this one back. Are you guys feeling like I'm just repeating myself?
No.
Be honest, because I just wanted to make sure that you knew there was a difference in the blenders. Things are quite a bit different in them.
Yeah.
So,
They are.
huh?
It's just a lot. I mean,
It is.
we
And
have to have.
beg your pardon?
I said I didn't know that we were going to be using two different blenders. I got accustomed to the other blenders, so I'm trying to learn this one.
Yeah.
So.
And that's my fault. The only time that we're going to use the other blender is when we start doing UV editing. When we start doing the UVs, I'm only going to teach you UVs in the other blender, how to map in the other blender, because it's so different than over here. The blenders work basically the same. It's just a matter of where things are. This one shifts a little different. It really does. It is a little different, and I'm sorry. I'm steady making windows. I apologize to you, but when I went out and I was asking some friends of mine that does clothes as well, I wanted to make sure that I I knew what the bodies were doing, because it doesn't make sense for me to teach a class for you to make clothes and you can't even use the body with the version of blenders that I teach you. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize for that. I didn't realize, huh? Well, I'm not making clothes every day, so I didn't realize that the bodies wasn't working yet in the new Avastar. With this blender, I think you guys would be okay. The controls are a little different. But overall, I think you'll grasp it. You guys have been grabbing a lot of information in a short period in like one class. I saw the homework that I saw was nice. I was impressed. I'm not even gonna lie. Very good job. So I'm very proud of you guys for that part of it. Don't and I'm sure you'll get this. I will have this download for you tomorrow. No matter or you can just go download it and install it. Let me tell you exactly which one I have. Ooh. So this is what your folder. So download Blender 2.77.
2.77 or 2.79?
No, 2.77. That's the one that's going to work with the first Avastar. And this is
I'm confused.
who said that? Who said they were confused?
Okay, so I gotta download the very first Avastar.
Did you buy the Avastar?
Yeah, I bought the Avastar, but here's the thing: it comes with 3.
Right. It comes with the newest one. It comes
2.79 and 2.8, which is the beta.
right. So I don't even think you're going to use. Later, you will use it. Later, you will use it. We're going to use the Avastar 1.74. I will send that to you. That is the first Avastar. I'm going to send that to you. You don't have to buy nothing at this point. I'm going to send that to you. You can't even buy that one again. But that is the one that the bodies are working with. You see what I'm saying? Later, and this is a developer's issue, where the people that have these different bodies, they're working on their kits so that they will work inside of it. Okay. But for now, you're going to have to learn with the old one. I will keep myself, but you're going to need it later. You're going to need it later. Yeah. The only reason I'm reverting us to a backwardsness is because the developer kits are not working in the new Avastar yet. And you need that Avastar to rig the clothes and for the developer kit to work. You see what I'm saying? And so I am going to provide all of that to you. Tonight, I work at night, you guys. So tonight, while I'm at work, I will find a way to share this with you so that you have both Avastars and both Blender downloads in one folder. Like this says Avastar 2 is the Blender 2.8.3 and the Avastar that'll work with that Blender. And so I put them in folders, and that's the way I'm going to send them to you, are in 2 folders.
Miss Angelic,
I just read it. You can't hear on Discord at all. Miss N, it's not letting you. Oh, you should have told me that before we got a half an hour into class. Well, 40 minutes into class. So I will make sure that you get the video so you can watch it. and we'll figure this out. No, you have nothing to be sorry for. If you can't, I I am me, your personal boss. I'm not watching the class um that close where I see who's in and who's out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not watching the monitor that close. Because on one I have all kind of crap up. On the other one, I usually have Blender up for you guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, but you need to let me know as soon as possible when we start class. Yeah, instead of what I have two screens again. On one, I got a whole bunch of shit open up. On this one, on the main screen, you see it's just a class, and then usually Blender is covering you guys up. Remember, that's how I caught you. But on the other screen, I have my recorder and my Discord open, but only have the chat part of Discord open. So, Sin, I will make sure you're in it. Oh, well, I could go pull up another one. I mean, I'm just saying. It ain't like I can't do it. Ha ha. I just adore Zep. He keeps me on my toes. Waiting on my third screen. Look, yeah, I'm not going to do that. So, basically, we're having a really short class tonight because everything kind of got squished for me in real life. And I said I was coming to class tonight, and I came. So, no, I told you which version of Blender it is. You can always download it on your own, or you can wait, and tomorrow I will have that available for you. Once I have it available, just go play in it. I don't need any pictures or anything like that. I just want you to kind of play in it and get used to where things acclimate yourself to that version. Tonight is short, and yeah, I could email before Miss Nelly. I just don't use my personal email for anything in SL. Okay, that works. Everybody shoot me your email addresses and I'll do that.
I was waiting for you to finish that sentence because I thought she was asking us to shoot you.
Y'all can.
Lord, bless it.
It doesn't matter. Well, if you
Yeah.
send it to me, because I know majority of us have Gmail, so I can just share it as a Google file and Google Drive. That might make it easier.
Okay. That could make it easier. And so I'll send it to you, Nelly, and if you would do that, please. Because I don't like to use my personal email for anything Second Life.
That's understandable. So if everyone can please send me your email so I can make sure everyone has it.
Because I was going to do a Dropbox and just add everybody by their email addresses.
Well, either or. I just want to have it so I can follow along. Because I'm hands-on.
Okay. So give me tonight and I'll set that up. I'll go on and let me see. Nelly, I'll go on and try to drop it to you in an email and you can do what's pleasing. You what? Glasses. Mm-mm. Should the file is too large. Okay, let me make the Dropbox, and I'll put a link in our classroom chat, and I'll also do it in the group. You know how I always do a group chat in here? I'll also do it in World as well. Then I'll try to put it on a note card so that everybody has it as well. The files are too large to email to you. Another way, hold on. $2.77. Sid, are you sick again? Was that you that got sick in class the other day? There you go. Scroll down to the bottom and you're going to see a blue box that says download the latest. And then the other one says download the old. You will download Blender and it says 2.77 old. There's the link. Go ahead and download it. Was that more helpful for you guys?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to send it in one package, so I was sure you had it. Y'all, everybody else get it? Get the link? You have to scroll down towards the bottom of this page, and that's where you're going to see where it says download Blender 2.77 old. It lets you know that it's an older one. So let me do this. So it's in the Discord and it's in here. Okay. Freaking people. So again, I don't need any pictures or anything. If you did not turn in your homework last time, turn it in. Also, let me tell you guys, they're getting a new point system here. If you do classes next semester, some of the classes are testing it. I'm choosing not to right now. But when it comes to points, if you're turning in all your homework, I'll make sure you get some points and you can get free stuff from the stores. Whatever the store here. So, because I am keeping track of homework and attendance. Also, when we do the mapping, when we work on making our AO maps, those are going to be more one-on-one classes. They're not going to be in a full class like this. Okay?
Okay.
Because those are tricky, and I want you to be able to have full understanding. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and work with that. I hate to cut class short today, but I've got to get ready for work, or I will be late. That was the only kicker about doing class today. I do class on my days off so that we don't have to cut them short. So I do apologize. But again, just download the Blender and play in it, and you guys are free to go. Are you gonna what? You are. I did record it. Yes, I am recording every class now. I asked you to open that link for me for the one you did. That's what I said at the beginning. You taught me a lesson on being lazy. No, because you clicked the wrong one. So if you scroll to the bottom, scroll down to the bottom, and you're going to see download latest Blender, download Blender 2.77 old. Yeah. You got to scroll down to the bottom.
Okay.
let me go back.
Okay.
Got it?
Are we? It opens a window. It says index of release.
It says what?
It says index of release. Which one are we clicking on? The very first one?
No, you're going to get the MSI zip. And for 32, for your operating system, either 32 or 64.
Is it going to be the A or the regular one? Because
It wouldn't matter.
list as well.
Yeah, you do. So it wouldn't matter whether you do A or B. Make sure you do it for your operating MSI for your operating system.
Okay.
So if you have a 32-bit, use 32 MSI. You know, the Windows 32 MSI. 64, use the 64.
Okay.
Use the 64 and leave me alone. He back there with that power out.
And the Avastar, are you going to email that or send a link? How are you going to do that?
I'm going to do an actual Dropbox tonight with my school email address and invite you all to get it. I can create a link for you guys to come and get it.
In a batch file, files are combined, or find them in class?
No. When I put it on the Dropbox, it'll be just like I showed you on my desktop where I had Avastar 1 and it had the old Avastar and the blender that goes with it. And when I do it, I'm gonna just send it out when I do it on Dropbox, it'll be in those kind of folders, and you'll be able to download you'll be able to download both of them. And when I will send a link either directly to you in your personal IM or in a group chat, in any way you'll get it. Whether I do it in the group chat, personal IMs, and on Discord. And I'm thinking I'm just going to send it everywhere so that I make sure everyone gets it.
Okay.
So watch for it when you log on. I noticed that some people don't get the group chats. And so I've been trying to make sure to do include, try to hit your boxes more with things that are important. Because I think it was, I don't know who it was, but they wasn't getting the actual group chats. Okay?
Okay.
You guys, any other? Go ahead.
So is it, you said it didn't matter if we did A or just a 2.77?
Right. It doesn't matter. They're both the same.
Okay.
There's a little tweak in it that's different, but at the end of the day, they are both exactly the same.
Okay.
Wait a minute. What you mean a tweet? So which one do you have? I want the one that you have.
I have 2.7.
You got the A or just the regular one?
I think I did A.
All right, let me get it.
I'm just going to wait. I mean, because...
Hold on. I'll tell you exactly which one. I did the one that was from the 18th. I did Windows 64 MSI from 18 March 2016.
Oh, so that's the regular one.
Correct. That's the regular one. Okay.
Oh, damn. Let me see.
Yeah.
How long are classes going or supposed to be? Hour, 2 hours?
There's teacher determines.
Okay, I'll just ask.
The only reason that we are gonna be doing longer classes, as I explained in the first class, is because we're gonna try to put my 28-week program in one semester. That's the only reason. And AO mapping to be done in a lot smaller groups, either one-on-one or two at a time, two or max three at a time. Because we got to.
Me too. So I can ask them for help too.
Okay. Okay. So that'll kind of be your choice. All you guys have to do is let me know. But that'll be way towards the end. Next week, because we've kind of gone through Blender, you guys have a concept of it. Get used to this one. We'll spend one more class on Blender. After this, we're going to start into Marvelous Designer.
Okay.
And making sure everybody has that. Okay?
Yeah, I downloaded it.
You did already?
Mm-hmm.
You saw she provided the link for you guys to get it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Did everybody else get it?
Cool job.
The download link that the Signy put out for Marvelous Designer? You did not. Okay. I will get it from her directly to my box and get it to you, sweetheart. Which I probably already have it. Hold on.
It's still in there. It's still in the chat.
Which chat did she put it in?
You put it in your classroom or as a thumbnail. It's posted.
She sure did.
Thumbnail.
Yep, it's right there. So all you got to do is scroll up and grab it.
And they got to make sure that they download WinRAW, whatever it is. WinRAW. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Renoir. It's to unzip the files.
Right.
And you need both downloads too.
RAR, my bad.
One's a video to show you how to download the actual download.
Yeah, and install it. And one's the actual download. Yeah. So you need both of them. I hadn't even looked up there. I be feeling like I got enough to pay attention to in here.
So we just stay at home and take classes?
Is it getting laggy? Does it feel laggy over here to you guys?
No.
Okay, so long as it's not lagging everybody out, no, we're gonna come in and sit in class. Because it's not like we're
scared I might catch corona. They said somebody had a bug earlier.
Girl, it's to be you class. I got a class. We all are supposed to be wearing masks. That's funny. So we're right back in class on Saturday. Saturday is our last day that we're going to be doing anything with Blender until later in the class. And then we'll be moving into Marvelous Designer, getting it installed, and so forth. And we may go start into it on Saturday. Okay. So just kind of get yourself familiar with the other Blender, and that's it. I just want you guys to know what you can do in Blender, to know where the buttons are, know that kind of thing. You don't have to collaborate on Blender. Just take your time and go through it individually.
I got a question. So like, I know how to do certain stuff in Blender. Like, I'm past what you're doing right now. I'm just.
Is that Jay?
No, this is Ari.
Oh, I don't know you guys' voices. I'm sorry. Okay, so Ari, I mean, if you want to sit down with them and help them with Blender, I don't care. Y'all can do a study group.
Help me, shit. Help me.
She said,
Who voice was that? Was that Jay?
That's Nelly. Help me, Nelly. help them.
Blender's
Okay.
not, yeah, because I mean, I'm not here to teach the whole Blender class, but I just wanted to make sure everybody can move around it for what was going to be needed to utilize what we have to make clothes. Does that make sense? So yeah, because I do a lot more Blender than just that too, but I don't, I'm not teaching a Blender class. I'm teaching a class to make clothing. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if y'all want to do study groups, do study groups. I'm down with that. I am so down with that.
I'm trying to kick it to Marvelous Designer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're about to get out of Blender and move that direction. I just wanted to make sure everybody had a knowledge of Blender and the buttons and the interface.
In Marvelous Design.
Have you already downloaded it and installed it?
I even made a
Okay.
tube top.
Look at you.
Like,
You can if you would like to. And if everybody has it installed on Saturday, we will start touching into it on Saturday. I am mad at that.
wow. And if
That's
anybody wants to
hilarious.
sit down with me, let me know. I think
Yeah.
Nelly. Hit me up, add me in world. Got you. We'll sit down and talk.
So Ari, do you use Blender on a regular basis too?
Oh no, I don't use Blender. Do you want me to blow my computer up? I'm here to learn how to rig in Blender. See, that's the problem I'm having with Blender.
Oh, because you had said you were past that. You were more advanced.
Like, no. I know how to move stuff and all the stuff that you were telling us to do. I know how
Oh,
to
okay.
do that stuff already.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't know how to rig.
Got you.
And that'll make me blow my computer up because it's a headache. And that's
It's
what I
not
need to learn.
okay, so it's not that big of a headache. I'm gonna have it so simplified. You're gonna be like, look at this shit here.
And if
For
it's that
real.
easy, then I'm gonna beat my own ass.
Well, I'm gonna ask you to do that before you come to class on Saturday, because over the next few weeks, y'all will be learning how to do it, and uh, you can kick yourself every day because it is super fucking easy.
Those who don't know how to do tutorials on YouTube,
Don't watch them. No, 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 no,
never mind.
no.
No, you
The reason I have asked you guys not to watch the tutorials on Blender is because you're going to get a lot more than what you actually need. And some of those get confusing. Remember at the beginning, I said don't watch them? Not because I don't want you to learn, because I wanted to get you past the navigational points and focus on what we're doing in class, not focus on everything you're seeing on YouTube. Does that make sense? Yeah. There's a reason why I'm saying it. After this class or after you learn how to rig, I don't give a shit what you watch. I actually encourage you to watch them, just not right now. I'm trying to keep it simple. You get me? So I'm not telling you don't go learn. I'm telling you wait, because I don't want it to be too much. I'm loading enough information. You don't need to go there and try to load more, and then you're confused when you come back to class. You feeling me? Okay. So I'm gonna say good night. You guys have a blessed night. Stay safe, please. And I will see you on Saturday. Look forward to a lot longer class on Saturday.
Okay.